Spanish class with Alter, episode 1. You know how many subs we got yesterday? 38. I like that. That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby. Today we're going to be ranking the top 5 arena characters in Arena. Okay, these aren't going to be the characters from the Arena store, which even if they were, these characters are far better, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but it's going to be the characters from the Arena season. Also, in case you guys are wondering, I've mentioned this before, but these characters, because they're the best characters in the Arena season, chances are it really doesn't matter when you created your account. They're still going to be the hardest characters to get off of the Arena seasons because, well, everybody wants to try to get them. So just make sure to look out for that. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and let's start the video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the top 5 arena characters in Injustice 2 Mobile. As always, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. Starting off our list, coming in at number 5 is going to be Multiverse the Flash. Multiverse the Flash is a really great example of what a support character should look like for their team, because this guy does a bunch of different things. If we go look at his passive 1, he gives 52% Multiverse team critical attack chance, and also he gives any team 43% critical attack damage. This is really great. If you use this character with the Multiverse team, which is what 99% of people are going to do, you're pretty much going to be maxing out their crit chance just by having this character on your team. That's going to save you so many gear slots on your gear talents. If we look at his passive 2, what it does is it makes every single special ability for his Multiverse teammates to cost a little bit less. Special 1s are going to cost 1 power bar less, and special 2s and special 3s are going to cost 2 power bars less. Finally, for his special 3, whenever Multiverse the Flash gets targeted by a special ability of an opponent who is a tech character, he will ignore the special ability and instead he will slam down on the opponent, doing a ton of damage. Moving on to his special abilities, his special 1 and his special 2 are just regular special abilities. They don't have any sort of buffs or effects, but his special 3 does have stun. Multiverse the Flash's special abilities aren't really that great, but one thing that is amazing about Multiverse the Flash is his fast attack hits, because he has a 3-hit fast attack, which means that this character is going to be a really great combo builder on top of being a really great support character. A lot of people also like to make Multiverse the Flash a tank, since Multiverse Armored Supergirl is already going to be doing a lot of damage. The one thing that is a little bit weird about Multiverse the Flash is that you cannot get his gear off of the Arena store. However, thankfully, his gear does drop off of raid drops. Anyways, with all that being said, now let's move on to number 4, which is going to be Black Adam. Black Adam is a decent character once you learn how to use him. However, learning how to use this character can be a little bit difficult because Black Adam is a glass cannon and he's an RNG character, which means that he relies a lot on luck. So if we go look at his passive, he does a couple of different things. So he's immune to increase to power bar and cost of abilities, and he has a 75% chance to stun on tag in, and he gets 10% power boost on special 1 per use, and it stacks up to 5 times. And finally, he may steal 7 power bars whenever you use your special 3. Moving on to his special abilities, his special 1 gives him extra power generation for a certain amount of time, and he gets a chance to reduce his team's power cost of abilities by 3 for 15 seconds. And his special 2 has a chance to increase the amount that special abilities are going to cost for the opponent by 3 for 25 seconds. And he also reduces the amount of basic and swipe attack damage dealt by the opponent. And finally, his special 3, like it says in his passive, has a chance to steal power bars. So as you can see from everything I read, there's always a percentage or a chance of something happening. A lot of things aren't guaranteed, and even if a percentage says that something is going to happen most of the time, that's not the same thing as when you go use this character in battle and see it for yourself. One quick example is that my special 1 right now is at level 67, and currently it has a 68% chance to reduce the amount that my special abilities are going to cost. However, there have been many times where I go use this character in raids and in arena, and I have to use like 4 different special 1s for it to actually work. And to make things worse, Black Adam is a damage dealer, and his best build to be doing the most amount of damage is Glass Cannon, which means that you're not going to have a lot of health, but you're going to have a lot of attack. Now, this isn't the worst thing in the world, because you could just make your support character a tank, but when you use Black Adam, he's a little bit different from other characters, because you first have to use your special 1 in order to reduce the amount that your special abilities abilities are going to cost, and then start using a special 3. And it can be a little bit dangerous if you're waiting for your special 1 to finally trigger so you can start using your special 3s. And even when you start using your special 3s, you're still going to have to rely on actually power draining the opponent. Now, because you don't have that much health, if you don't power drain frequently, you're going to be losing health really, really fast, which means you're going to have to start tagging out Black Adam, and then when you tag him back in, you're still going to have him in there for a while, so that way your special 1 has time to actually work. This does get a little bit easier as the battle goes on, because your power generation is going to start getting really, really fast, and so you're not going to have to use your special 1s that frequently. But even then, again, you still have to worry about power drain. The one good thing about Black Adam is that he does do decent amount of damage. He's not going to be breaking any records, but he's definitely better than a lot of the legendaries and a lot of the gold characters out there. And even though using this character can sound a little bit complicated, it's not. You really just have to keep spamming special 1s and then use your special 3 when it actually works. It's really just the chance that is kind of going to throw you off and test whether or not you're actually good with this character. The reason why I ranked Black Adam a little bit higher than Multiverse the Flash is because, first of all, Multiverse the Flash only really works with the Multiverse team. At least that's his best form. And with Black Adam, you can use him in a couple of different teams. And also, Black Adam is more of a solo character, whereas Multiverse the Flash, you probably want to have the other Multiverse teammates to make him really, really good. If you want to get Black Adam's gear, you can get it off of the Arena store, but I believe he does not drop off of raid drops. Anyways, with all that being said, now let's move on to number 3, which is going to be Justice League the Flash. Justice League the Flash is a really simple character. For his passive, he gives everybody in his team 1 extra fast attack hit on their fast attack hits. And for his Justice League teammates, because he is a part of the Justice League team, he makes it so that the first special that they use is going to be unblockable. In addition, Justice League the Flash has a 3-hit fast attack, and his passive also applies to himself, which means that his fast attack hits are actually going to be 4. This is really, really great, especially for the Justice League team, because the Justice League team does a lot of basic attack damage, and so when you put fast attack, they're going to be doing even more damage, and when you make their fast attack do even more hits, they're going to be doing even more damage. And this passive applies to any character that's in the team of Justice League the Flash, so a lot of people also like to use characters like Last Laugh Joker. And also, because your fast attack is going to be so high, you're also going to be building up combos like crazy. If we go look at his special abilities, only his special 2 has a special effect, which is stun. If you want to get the gear for Justice League the Flash, you can get it off of the Arena store, but his gear and shards do not drop off of raid drops. And if you're interested in making Justice League the Flash a damage dealer, you're probably going to want to get Justice League Cyborg and also Justice League Aquaman, as those 3 together are the best Justice League team. Anyways, now moving on to number 2 is going to be Multiverse Armored Supergirl. Multiverse Armored Supergirl is definitely one of the most diverse characters out there, and that's really great. She's pretty much prepared for any type of battle. And even though you do need to get the Multiverse team to maximize this character, it's honestly kind of worth it because this character is insane. I like to say that Multiverse Armored Supergirl is like the guy from Split, because she has so many different buffs, so many different passives, that it's almost like she has different characters inside of her. Okay, I probably could have phrased that a little bit better because that sounded a little bit wrong, but let's go look at her passives. Alright, so her passive 1 gives 1 extra power bar per multiverse teammate and multiverse opponent in the battle. So whenever the match starts, you're going to start off with a certain amount of power bars depending on how many multiverse characters are actually in that battle. This is useful in every single game mode, but I really like it in Arena because I could just kill my opponents in like 5 seconds. Moving on to her second passive, she gets 25% power generation per might opponent. This isn't really as useful as the other passives, but it's still pretty nice. And finally, if we go move on to our passive 3, every single time you tag in Multiverse Armored Supergirl, assuming you just tagged in from a multiverse teammate, you will be slamming down on the opponent and you will be unblockable, and you'll interrupt any attack that the opponent is doing, including special abilities. And if you do interrupt a special ability, you're going to get 4 power bars. I really like the idea of this passive because not only are you going to reduce the amount of damage that your opponent is going to be doing by interrupting their special abilities, but you're probably even going to to kill them by using your own special abilities from the power bars you just gained. However, the real magic of this character is in her special abilities. So her special one does damage over time, and it does additional damage to might opponents, but it also inflicts burning. And what burning does is it will take the opponent's defense and cut it in half, and it also makes it so that the opponent cannot resist any multiverse critical attack hits. So when you add Multiverse the Flash to your team, every single hit you do is pretty much going to crit. Moving on to her special 2, this is the one special ability that I do not really use, but what it does is it gives crit immunity for the Multiverse teammates, and it will also increase their defense. The reason why I don't really use this is because in Arena, again with the starting power bars and also being able to interrupt your opponent's special abilities, I don't really worry about my health too much, and I almost always kill my enemies really quickly. And in raids, you don't really have to worry about your health that much because your opponent doesn't really do that much damage. Finally, moving on to her special 3, it does 40% more damage towards burning opponents, and it will also give you 40 seconds of reflect immunity for the Multiverse team, and you also get extra crit damage and crit chance. Just a quick tip, whenever you use Multiverse Armored Supergirl's special 3, make sure that you already use a special 1 first, and that the opponent has burning, that way you do extra damage. Anyways, if you want to get Multiverse Armored Supergirl's gear, you can get it off of the Arena store, but unfortunately, you cannot get it off of raid drops. Normally, I find this to be a really bad thing, and obviously if you're a newer player, it is going to be a bad thing, but just because Multiverse Armored Supergirl is a really great character, I definitely think it's worth upgrading her gears all the way up to level 60. And I think it goes without saying that you definitely want to use Multiverse the Flash with Multiverse Armored Supergirl. The third character that you're going to use in your team isn't really that big of a deal, but you definitely want to have Multiverse Armored Supergirl and the Flash. So with all that being said, now coming in at number 1 is going to be Shazam. Mr. Billy Batson has a really simple passive. He gives 100% attack for his Arcane and Might teammates, and fortunately for us, there's a lot of really good Arcane and Might teammates that are out there. But Big Ol' Billy is a really great healer as well, because his special 2 and his special 3 heals up the entire team instantaneously. And it was actually Shazam who also came in at number 1 for the top 5 healers in Injustice 2 Mobile, so this guy is a really great character. His passive 1, which gives 100% attack towards Arcane and Might teammates, and his special 2 and special 3, which heals, are the main reasons why this character is really great, but he also has 2 other bonus passives that are really nice. So his passive 2 makes it so that whenever Shazam is targeted by a special ability and you block it, you have a 60% chance to disable that special ability for 16 seconds, and you have a 20% chance to trigger your special 3, which is going to heal everybody up. And finally, his special 3 makes it so that everybody in the team will be taking less damage from critical attack hits. And for his special abilities, his special 1 doesn't have any sort of buffs or effects, but if you corner the opponent, you can keep doing an infinite combo with your special 1. So you do your combo, then you use a special 1, then you do a combo, then you do a special 1, and you can do that forever. And like I said, his special 2 and his special 3 heals the entire team. So to be honest, there isn't really that much to say about this character. Most people just pair him up with King of Atlantis Aquaman, which is what I do, so that way King of Atlantis Aquaman does a little bit more damage, and then Shazam will be the support and the tank. And when I say there isn't that much to say about Shazam, that's actually a compliment. I really like simple characters that serve a purpose. Characters like Power Girl, like Dr. Fate, like Justice League the Flash. These are really great simple characters. If you want to get Shazam's gear, it's in the Arena store, but you cannot get his gears off of raid drops. Fortunately though, if you want to go build up his gears, it's actually not going to be that hard. This guy isn't a damage dealer. He's really just going to be a main support and a main tank, which means that all you really need to focus on is defense and health, and you're even going to have enough space to add fast attack. Anyways, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a nice day, stay safe and stay clean, and I'll see you guys later.